Last-ditch talks to persuade Tehran not to exceed nuclear limits were headed for failure on Friday as Washington rebuffed European calls to ease sanctions to allow negotiations. If talks fail, Iran is on course within days to exceed the threshold of enriched uranium allowed under the 2015 nuclear deal, which Washington pulled out of last year, though the Trump administration is still demanding Tehran comply with the terms of the deal, slapping tough sanctions to keep up the pressure.
Our sanctions do not give Iran the right to accelerate its nuclear program.
On Thursday, the U.S. Special Envoy for Iran taking it a step further, saying the U.S. will sanction any country that imports Iranian oil, and there are no exemptions in place.
We are dedicated to this policy of maximum economic pressure because it's working. It is denying the regime historic levels of revenue. Their proxies around the region are hurting financially.
But while Hook says the sanctions are working, Reuters reported this month that Tehran has been selling increased volumes of petrochemical products at below market rates in countries including Brazil, China, and India since the U.S. reimposed sanctions on Iranian oil exports in November. Just this week, U.S. President Donald Trump also targeted Iran's supreme leader and other top officials with sanctions after Tehran's downing of an unmanned American drone last week. Trump said he was even ready to strike Iran, but called it off at the last minute. On Thursday, acting U.S. Defense Secretary Mark Esper said he wants to avoid a confrontation.
Our strategy is, at its core, an economic and diplomatic one. Again, we do not seek armed conflict with Iran, but we are ready to defend U.S. forces and interests in the region. No one should mistake restraint for weakness.